Good afternoon. What we have in question today is a JC Higgins model 583.23 bolt action shotgun. It's chambered for 12 gauge, 2 3/4 inch chamber. I picked this up last week. I thought the novelty of a bolt-action shotgun would be very nice. Adjustable choke. Holds 5 in the magazine tube. Before I bought this particular firearm, I had done some research, and Sears had sold these back in the day and had done a recall on models, but not this one. So I figured there was a decent amount of safety in buying it. I got it home, took it apart for cleaning, and discovered that there was a problem. So I want to show and share what you may encounter on an old JC Higgins. First off, we're going to remove the stock. It has one takedown screw on the bottom. Once you remove the screw so it's loose from the action, just separate the stock from the receiver. Lay the stock aside. Now, in these particular models, you have your safety select, your bolt, your trigger, bottom side, and you have a screw, regular head, that holds the bolt in place so it does not pull out. Some people had mentioned that that was the reason Sears had recalled other models. This may be, but that is not the problem I discovered with mine. I'm going to remove that screw. If I can get my one hand to work right. And we will set it off to the side to keep it safe. Don't need to go losing bits and pieces. Now you can finish removing the bolt, and we can set it aside. I disassembled to do some cleaning, started to clean some of the built up carbon out of it, being an old gun that I had bought. And once I had it clean, I went to reassemble it. And yes, this has been safety checked. There's no ammunition in or around the gun. So after cleaning, I reinstalled the bolt, and I went to pull the handle down to cock it, and when I would pull the trigger, nothing would happen. And I experimented around several times doing that, and still nothing happened. A little tricky. Let me switch hands here. When you cock it, the back part of the bolt here that the firing pin is in, that part should stay protruded out, but it doesn't. It automatically goes in which in turn automatically protrudes your fire pin out of the end of the bolt. Now, whether this would actually be a hard enough strike to detonate a shell, fire a shell, I don't know, but it is a definite problem. Upon further investigation, I found that if I held the rear of the bolt down and then cocked it, I'll see if I can do this one-handed. Doesn't look promising. Nope, it keeps going by. But if I would hold pressure at the rear of the bolt and then cock it, it would stay protruded how it was supposed to, and then I could fire or pull the trigger and the sear would let the firing pin go and it would work properly. I was able to take and squeeze the rear of the receiver, patted it carefully and squeezed the rear of the receiver with some large channel locks. This made a difference in the tolerance. So that led me to believe that we had a receiver issue. On these particular bolts, there are what I would call dual extractors, I would call those. And there are grooves machined in the receiver that those ride in on both sides. See if we can get a view. I'll try and get a view from the end. By my fingers, you can see those two grooves machined in the receiver. It's not going to show up on the video, but on the outside here you can see what is turning into a hairline crack. And that is caused because of the groove machined into the receiver for the bolt extractors to ride forward in. Also, what would be the right side of the receiver is cut out for the bolt handle to charge now and cock the weapon. Now this creates for a weaker spot through here than on the left hand side. This part is breaking, is starting to crack and fail. This leads to what I would call a safety issue and definitely a non-working firearm issue. I just wanted to bring it to people's attention that that is a very weak spot in the JC Higgins model 583.23 shotgun. I'm assuming other JC Higgins models are similarly designed. Other than that, I would say it is a well-designed shotgun that can last a lot of years. But with those two machined slots making the metal extremely thin, the added pressure from charging and cocking the bolt handle, it will break over time. Thank you.